Okay, I'm going to give you a few more examples. These are going to be mixed with the propaganda techniques and the logical fallacies. So here's the first one that I want us to look at. This is an actual photo of a billboard that was posted on the side of the road so that people driving by saw this picture. And the information that you need to know in order to understand what's going on in this picture is that Ted Kaczynski is also called the Unabomber. That is, he was an American domestic terrorist who sent bombs in the mail. And beside this, it says, "I still believe in global warming. Do you?" And this is clearly something sponsored that's sponsored by www.heartland.org. Now, if you want to pause and look that up yourself, you can. I'm going to tell you though, heartland.org is a think tank that sponsors research with the specific purpose of showing that climate change is not real. Okay, so this might sound a little weird to you in Morocco, but in America we live in this little media bubble in which businesses are actually able to convince a large number of people that climate change is a hoax or that it's not caused by humans. And the reason, of course, that they want to do this is because making changes that account for how we're damaging our environment cost a lot of money to businesses. So heartland.org does that. So I'm just going to let you pause just a second and make your guess about what kind of propaganda or logical fallacy this is, and then I'm going to tell you. Okay, here I am telling you. I still believe in global warming, do you? You could say that this is a false analogy. Okay, so because you are like the Unabomber, in that you believe in global warming, the assumption here is what they're trying to get you to say is that that also means that you believe other things that he believes in, or that you're capable of actions that he was capable of. And so he believes in global warming and you believe in global warming. That's the only point on which you're the same as this guy. Or if you can't assume that another person is going to be a terrorist because of this. If you wanted to say instead that this was transfer, that would also work fine. You could say that the propagandist here is attempting to cause you to associate your very negative feelings about this terrorist to your feelings about people who believe in global warming. Okay, let's look at another one. Here we have a Moroccan one. Okay, so here's an article that appeared in the Morocco World News, and it says, "Benkirane, I am pro-polygamy and I flirt with other women in front of my wife." And it has quotation marks right here. Okay, so when you read this headline, you have one impression of what's going on with the Prime Minister. Okay, now before you make your guess of what kind of propaganda this is, I need to tell you that the actual article goes on to say that out of respect for his wife, he has never chosen to take on a second wife because his wife didn't agree. And he said that he believes many men would like to have a second wife and that he's in favor of polygamy. He also says that he admires other women in front of his wife, but my flirtatious behavior with other women stays within certain limits of politeness and is not coming from a place of malicious intent. So this quote right here is actually not really a direct quote from what he said, and the contents of the article seem a little different from this. Now pause, make your guess about what kind of propaganda or logical fallacy you think this is. I'm going to say that I think this is card stacking propaganda. I think that the headline is deliberately misleading. It takes what he's said sort of out of context and dismisses the way that he has softened this stance and the respect that he says that he's given to his wife. However, I would also accept that this is a straw man fallacy, because what they've done is taken what he said and modified it so that it's a lot easier to believe that it's something very negative.